Okay, let's concentrate on this for a second here. We coming out of closed session, we're in open session now. So you brought up a point here, the settlement agreement in general release. Do you want to stipulate that then, Steve, to continue?
That the council make motion to approve the settlement agreement and general lease contingent upon the signature of the employee.
Sounds good.
Everybody okay?
Okay.
Need a motion on that, shouldn't
I
we?
think.
Well, I mean,
Let's go roll
I
call.
want to be able to go to the employee and say, the council's approved this.
Right.
I can't have him
Can't
sign
do
it until
that.
you've approved it, but we're not supposed to sign it until he approves it, so this is how you can do that.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Hill, second by Holland. We're gonna do a roll call.
Hill,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
and
Yes.
Holland.
Motion carries. All right, let's go on to item 8. Motion to adopt a resolution approving the purchase of the heating equipment not to exceed $119,171 from Halverson Terrain and cooling equipment not to exceed $15,627 from VHF Sales Incorporated in conjunction with the City Hall project.
Probably should talk about it. Get an idea what we got going on here. I guess just to kind of recap, this is, for the city heating and cooling project. These are the quotes on the equipment itself. We have a quote on the boiler systems and the cooling systems. They're the two separate amounts. So what, due to our time constraints and what we're under, we've discussed approving the purchase of this equipment tonight. And then, right now, contractors are bidding on the installation of the equipment, providing warranty on the equipment, and essentially taking possession of that equipment to install it for us, which we'll be reviewing at our next council meeting. So, but in order to have the equipment here timely, we need to move forward with ordering it now so that they can start shipping it. Otherwise, by August 12th, when we look to finally approve the contract, we're gonna be on too short of a time schedule to get the equipment on site and installed and meet the grant deadline requirements. So it's kind of a different, unique way to do things, but that was one thing that the engineer suggested is, due to these time constraints and everything, that this would be a way to do that. And we've talked a little bit about, what happens if we don't like the bids and we want to turn them down. We can certainly do that, and we could return the equipment. We'd probably have a restocking fee of some sort, but that could be a worst case potential situation. So, but in the effort of being timely and keeping the project moving and doing what we need to do to get it done, installed, and meet the grant deadline requirements, that's why this is on the agenda tonight for your consideration. So that kind of sums it up in a nutshell. Please.
Right, the grant amount is $115,000,
Yeah, it's just shy of $116,000.
right? And our cost estimate to be installed is like $445,000, so it's about 25%. And how I see this, we have to get new electrical service, and, this undersized, we gotta get the heating system installed and operational, and the VRF system installed and operational. The job isn't gonna be complete, there's gonna be cleanup and things like that, but, I don't know what the conditions of the grant are, if it has to be totally built out, or just operational, or what.
Well, and I might have you come up here to the microphone so we can hear you, but I just received the grant contract today, and I've been reviewing it, but and I haven't got a chance to read through the entire thing completely, but what they've told me that the equipment needs to be installed no later than September 16th. And I asked for clarification on what it means to be installed, and I haven't gotten any clarification, so I take that as a good sign, I guess. Maybe there's some flexibility as far as what the definition of installed means. like to think the equipment on site and in the process of getting it complete, it might, maybe not fully functional, but, you know, that's what we want, that's why we're trying to, you know, obviously keep pushing this and keep this moving so we can meet that, you know, what was hopefully going to be a September 6th completion date, but now, with our bidding requirements and additional public hearing that we need to have, we're probably looking at, you know, if we approve on August 12th and they start August 19th, and we give them, you know, 4 weeks, that's through September 13th, has to be done by the 16th, so it's cutting it.
Is there any reason they couldn't start the next day if the council
No,
approves it?
no, absolutely not.
Well, see, that's the idea, is to get this stuff here, so it's waiting to be installed, and they can get going right away.
Yeah, that'd be great, yeah, if the contractor could do that, sure.
Yeah, well, that's and there's contractors looking for work, because I've been talking with them in the past couple of days. The VRF equipment is in a warehouse in Atlanta, and they can ship it, get it out in 2 weeks. And so that's the time frame that we want, because we don't wanna have these guys sitting there twiddling their thumbs even a day. There's gonna have to have time to, and some demolition will be ongoing after the fact. We got the existing boiler down in the basement, that's gonna have to get yanked out, and there is asbestos. There is a procedure that has to be followed to get the asbestos out, they gotta cordon off the area and keep it under negative pressure, you know, and some of it they can bag, but we don't wanna have them doing that